Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Chicago here from MDC, Muslim Duelist Clan, coming at you with a deck profile and some random stuff. Go ahead, camera lady Habibati, zoom out. Alright, so real quick, what you actually saw at the beginning, this is going to be, like you see in the title, an Amazoness deck profile. It's actually a video response. This is something I want to be working on, a custom mat. As you guys know, it's very clear where I order my mats from. This is just a little printout of the design that I'm working on right now for it. Just did it on paper 8.5 by 11. If you need a mat designed, this is actually the card Amazoness Willpower, and this is a half counter. So you're going to be seeing a little bit more of that in the video. But this video actually is a video response to a user who said, "Rest in peace, Amazoness," saying that this archetype is dead. I disagree with you, bro. I've been working with this archetype for a little while, trying to make it as competitive as I can, right? And this is kind of the results of my working at it. I've tried several engines, and let's just jump right into it. All right. So first and foremost, I did go to nationals with this deck. I tried to do the last minute qualifier. I couldn't be there the whole time. I was just there Friday morning a little bit. Lost to a chain burn. No. What is it? Empty jar. Couldn't do anything about that. Anyway, so first of all, I normally like carrying my decks in this, but I'm not going to carry them in that because, especially when you're in NAS and stuff like that, I don't want people to be tipped off by anything. I don't want to worry about people seeing what I run. So these cases that you get from Target or Walmart, where you get the cards, pretty awesome, but that's not what it's all about and everything like that. But this is the way to go. This way you just take this and a mat tube and your mat. Alright, so just jumping into the deck profile. Alright. This is actually one of the builds. I'll talk a little bit more about it as the extra deck and everything. Let's just jump right into the build, okay? It's actually a 41, 42 card build or so. I'm going to talk a little bit about sleeving and some stuff, possibly in the video afterwards. But, alright. Anyhow, so just jumping right into the deck profile. Is that too zoomed in? Is that fine? Oh, whatever, that's fine. Okay. How am I doing this? Try to do this efficiently as I can. Oh, upside down. 2 Amazoness Queen. She's the boss of the deck. By the way, this deck, you're going to take a look at it. It's a Destiny Hero mix. The draw engine is based on the Destiny Hero. It exceeds and synchros. Goes into both, right? So we're going to be getting into all that. Just whatever. Let me just jump right into it. 2 Amazoness Queens. You get them out pretty often. 2 Paladins, just 2, you don't need 3. They're basically kind of like the beat stick, but remember the Amazoness engine in this is actually somewhat small. 1 trainee, because she still does really good, because still a lot of things, instead of going to the graveyard getting banished, she gets stronger. Once in a while I usually do side her out, depending on what it is. 1 Sage, I side a 2nd Sage, great for back row busting and everything like that. 2 Amazon Archers. Everyone's like, why are you running Archer? Because in this format now, Scapegoat is at 3, and also just this deck actually goes OP. It's a triple solidarity build. You're gonna see that a little bit later. But this is the full Amazoness count right now. 2, 4, 6, 8. Just 8 Amazoness. All right. So that's the Amazoness part of the deck, right? Moving on. It's just some of the speed now comes from Photon Thrasher, and this is just this is different. Just that way you get into your rank 4 plays with these, right? Also you can get into your synchro 8s with Rose Warrior, Lady of Revenge. Okay. Also, so that's basically a little bit of your speed and some of your synchro plays. There's also another level 3 tuner, and I do a lot of level 3 plays as well too in the deck. I'm going to leave a description of a visual image in the description below, so look at that. As far as now Armageddon Knight, now here's some of your darks that you, the number 1 target that you go with Armageddon Knight is to get Immortal Bushi into the deck. All the monsters in the deck, including the full extra deck, are all warriors. So boom, go into that. Oh, if you play the first target for this would be Immortal Bushi. If not, then Necro Gardna. Literally just drop it in your graveyard and leave it in there, and up until your last thing where you're about to lose, then use him. I try to save Necro Gardna for like, you know, some interesting plays. So that's what's going on with this. That's an engine for that. Moving on now to their Destiny Hero kind of stuff for that. For the Destiny Hero things, we have one Dasher, right? It's very interesting effect from the graveyard. It's great for Destiny draw, right? It's also, you know, with Immortal Bushi you get the tribute pretty easy, and with Scapegoats, and we're gonna run Fires of Doomsday. Also now, 2 Destiny Hero Defenders. I tried the third one. This is a huge 2700 defense that you sit on. Also rank 4, go into your rank 4 plays. Something right now that I'm proxying is Destiny Hero Doomlord, right? I'm just proxying right now, so I quickly made this Orca kind of token kind of thing for that. So you have, because normally I main 4 Destiny Heroes, I actually normally run 2 Destiny draws. Talk a little bit more about that later. Moving on, I think the monster count is about 20. Alright, her as a level 3 tuner. Also another thing that I'm proxying right now, I'm going to just pick it up next time I go to regionals or something, is what is this guy? Spell Striker. Awesome guy, awesome effect. Special summon it just by banishing a spell. Not a lot of people know about it. It can attack life points directly, and works pretty good with that. So it's a 20-something monster, 22 maybe, I think. Now moving on to the spells. It's Rhoda, Foolish. Like I said, Foolish, just like Armageddon Knight, you have those targets. Yeah, Rhoda, just obviously just get your searches that way. Moving on to the things, you only have run 2 field spells. Amazoness Village, you only have 8 Amazoness to work off of. Also you side in a Field Barrier, you'll see that. 2 Destiny draws currently in the deck. Whenever you side, if you need to side out some things like training or whatever you don't need, run the 3rd one, and then you add in some you add in some Destiny Heroes for that. The deck is super fast because the monsters are so big. Every lunge, every swing that you take is huge. Triple Solidarity. If you get double Solidarity out, man, people are not getting over your things. And Amazoness are very resilient, as you guys know, because of the way they, like the field effect keeps bringing them back. Creature Swap. Speaking of field effect, Creature Swap works amazing with the field card out. Give them an Amazoness, bust your Amazoness, get your field effect off, go again. Creature Swap works awesome when you're running these Scapegoats and Fires of Doomsday. Alright, so this is from the last thing. When I took it to Nats, Nationals here in Chicago, Scapegoat was at 1. I'm considering maybe testing it, trying it at 2 or 3. But you use it with the Amazoness Archers, you use it with your level 3 tuner, level 4 tuner, going for your synchro plays with Scapegoat, or you could just use Amazoness Archer and just launch them for 2400. Fires of Doomsday is also an amazing card. I'm going to actually, when I'm talking about this, let me talk about the tokens I made. I guess these tokens are also for sale or trade. They're just oracles of the tokens that I've made for Scapegoat. 4 unique Scapegoat tokens. I don't have a color printer right now, but if I do, I would print them in color. But basically, very simple. I made it say the effect. I made these on Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Maker. I cut them out. Very simple. I even somewhat share the process of how I make these, just like how I made my contact card. And then aside from the tokens, we also have the 2 Fires of Doomsday tokens I made. I made them really unique, made them have different art on them. And, you know, one with the arms up, one with the arms down. And the unique thing about Fires of Doomsday, it's just like Scapegoat, except you could use it for tributes for dark monsters. So your Destiny Hero, Dasher has targets. And yeah, I'm just testing these. I kind of like them so far. So we'll see how it is. Almost done with 3 more spells to go. Kaiser Collesium works amazing with your field card out. This whole Kaiser Collesium I've run in all my decks. Anti-swarm. Literally, you'll see me do this in duels if I go. I literally overextend. I get two monsters. I swing at you, and then main phase 2, I just go into Gaga Cowboy, or just, you know, kind of relapse so Kaiser Collesium continues that lock on you. Anyway, also double MST. You know, we have a Sage, but you know, this is a back row heavy format with heavy gone, and now that E-Dragons and stuff, so you know, again, if you need to side these out, side them out. Alright, those are the spells. Actually, one more, Dark Hole. You're like, oh, Monster Reborn is gone. Poof, man, Solemn Judgment, Monster Reborn gone. Really, I'm like, man, that affected all of my dueling decks. But Dark Hole is awesome because it works. You have the field card out, and you're just like, you know what? I don't care. Dark Hole gives you advantage with that. Anyway, it's a power card. You need it. That's the spells. It is spell heavy. It's very trap light, actually. Only 4 traps. The one that you would go right off the bat is just Torrential. Again, just like Dark Hole, works really well in the deck. Compulse is a given, almost a must. Play it on face down, play it on your own. Very versatile. Since now it's only at 1, you gotta run it. This is your mandatory trap lineup almost. Bottomless Trap Hole, since it's at 1, you just run 1. Solemn Warning. Whenever I feel like I don't need a warning, I side it out. But this is your monster control, basically, and yeah, so that's the deck. I'll leave an image in the description below. You saw the tokens. Let me go over the extra deck now. All right. Moving on to the extra deck, you have the one, the powerful. Before this card's gonna get a reprint soon, but the Gaga Cowboy. I picked this up at Nationals. Let's zoom in a little bit. Why not? All right, I picked this up at Nationals. Works awesome. You use burn in this deck all the time. With Archer, with these things, you take huge swings at your opponent, and then you just burn. Burn, burn, burn. And if you ever face like a deck that's stall or anything else, you just go your burn tactics, okay? Also, now moving on to just straight up attacking worth is you have your Excalibur. Remember, the extra deck, this full extra deck of 15 or so is actually all warrior. So Solidarity, boom, you got this. I argue that this is the most competitive Amazonas Warriors deck out there. If anybody else finds a better Amazonas build, come at me, bro. Anyway, Heroic Excalibur, Blade Armor Ninja goes in for your double hits, just like Heroes. This plays very similar to Hero Bubble Beat in that sense. Let's see what else. Now for your plays that you gotta, destroy your face downs. Again, these are all your rank 4s, all warriors. The butterfly. Number Utopia, whatever. Sometimes you just need a 25. Don't really, yeah, whatever. But you just, if you don't have room for them, cut them out. Now, as far as your rank, what is it? Rank. Those are all your rank 4s, right? 5 rank 4s. By the way, this extra right now is actually about like a little bit out of range, but you can just fix that depending on what you have. Here also. X-Saber Invoker. Pick this up at Nationals as well too. This thing is awesome. This needs a reprint as well too. It's very specific. It works really good with the Amazonas when the field card is out. Okay. Also, it also works really well because this deck, like you saw, has a lot of synchro ability. Man, I can't do this thing. Has a lot of synchro ability, right? Sorry about the blurriness. And also same with this guy. And normally the level 3s that you're sending to the graveyard are like Immortal Bushi, Necro Gardna. So, sometimes you just go into level 3s just for attack. Oh, this guy just basically becomes a beat stick. He becomes a 2300 attacker for level 3s. So that's what's going on with that. Moving on. Sorry, I didn't want to make this video long, but it is detailed, and I would argue it's one of the more competitive stuff out there. Anyway, all right. Moving on to your level synchro plays. You got your Colossal Fighter just for going, attack crazy or. Clashing in kamikaze with like something like Red Eyes Darkness Metal or something, or usually your graveyard is full, so it's pretty powerful, or whatever. Crimson Blader for if you want to do gold lock style on somebody, make sure they don't special summon. E-Dragons hate this, a lot of decks hate this, and plus he's pretty strong as it is, Synchro 28. Now moving on, those are your 2 level 8 Synchros. Moving on to your 7s, you have 2 Driven Daredevil. This guy's awesome because you can just sit on it and just leave it. I was facing a Malefics and they couldn't do anything about it. Leave him there, 24. Or like I said, this whole deck is about burn. So also has the ability to burn. So if you want to go into a burn and if your opponent has a big hand, go Lightning Warrior on them. Go for that. Also, you could X-Saber Arbellum if you have it. I wouldn't like recommending it because I'd rather burn for having a big hand instead of minusing. So if you don't have that, try X-Saber Arbellum. But he's a horrible level 7. Also now for your level 6s, you have Gaia. If you have room for him, run it. I actually like running Mighty Warrior because he has the potential to go much more. So try that. Also for your level 5s now. You got, depending on your playstyle, Wayne if you want to, if you have a hand and you want to go some swarm on people. They both have the same attack of 21. Sacred Warrior if you want to just take some hits. Rarely go into level 5s, but you need that option once in a while, especially because you have like the scapegoats and all that. You can easily sync it to whatever ones you need. So that's the extra deck. I'm just gonna go over some other miscellaneous cards as well too. Hopefully this is going to become a custom mat. I'm going to print it off from erolj.com. That's where I got my mats last time. I'm designing this. Got it. I printed out one in black and white, as you guys can see the background, whatever. Just some other stuff. I guess the side deck, it changes for everybody, but some of the stuff that I was somewhat running in there was another field barrier, because a lot of people are running field cards now. Shard of Greed. Shard of Greed is awesome because you might take out your MSTs, just put in a Shard of Greed. It's slow draw power, but it works. Forbidden Dress. Chalice and Lance, kind of lame. The whole point of it is that this is like a mini safe zone. It protects your monster from, yeah, you get the idea. Scapegoat, since now it's coming at 3, I'm going to test that. Now, when you do run in, add in your other Destiny draw, you're going to want to try that. So, you know, there is a very, very interesting engine with that. So, when you go triple Destiny draw, you're going to want to run more of these. Also, like I said, I'm still waiting to pick this up. It's a proxy made from Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Maker. Also, some other things you guys want to test out, since you could have access to things pretty easy. By the way, this thing is pretty awesome. Half counter, there's Amazon's Swordswoman, there's Amazon's Paladin, and I don't know who that is. But okay, sorry the video's taking forever. There's something you guys want to try out if you want to go like skill drain on somebody. Sage, double up Sage in your side. This card right here, this is what actually made me do recently awesome at Nationals, is I would side this against E-Dragons or Prophecy or whatever. I actually mained it when I was at Nationals. Summon Limit. Summon Limit is awesome because you play it as a trap, so you basically, after they go double Kabuzol, what do? You're stuck on it. You chain it. You know, you activate this trap, you go this on the E-Dragons, and what are they going to do? They can't go Drago Sack. They can't go Big Eye on you. Anyway, so Summon Limit is awesome. Rivalry, because they're all warriors. Rivalry, why not? Fiendish Chain, because some effects are bad, and you don't run effect veilers because of Solidarity. This thing is really interesting. Testing that out, see if I like it. Enemy Controller, because you have all these tokens, just take it for free. And if you use it in the standby phase with Immortal Bushi, it's pretty awesome. Alright, Pot of Duality, since it's at 3. Mind Crush, since we got some synchro plays. Also, if you don't have access to all these, if you can't try the Amazonis Destiny build, try an Amazonis Appropriate build, okay? So, if you run Destiny Hero Defender, right, and Dark Bribe, since it's like a heavy trap lineup, Kuraz is also awesome for that. Also, if you're running that, you could just try some more Dashers. Interesting stuff. If you're running this build with Kuraz, try Valkyrian Knight. I've tried this, works pretty effective. Before this was an Amazonis Destiny, I had it as an appropriate Amazonis build. TG Striker, if you'd like to try some synchro plays in the deck. I don't recommend Chainmaster so much because not too costly of an effect. I'm not paying too much, and if they don't have a thing, I did try a pure Amazonis build, and if you do have a heavy lineup of Amazonis, run Scouts. She is awesome. She protects. This guy's pretty awesome too because he's, no traps. Again, another good tuner, level 2, and some other stuff you guys want to try. Also, if you run a pure Amazonis build, you have those OTKs with Ojama Trio and Amazonis Archer. Try that. 3 archers and double trio, and anyhow, I will talk more later. Sorry about the long video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, stay tuned, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me something in the comment section below. And yes, that's about it. Chicago here from MDC signing out. Amazonis are not dead. I'm going to prove it to the whole world, alright? This deck is mad competitive. Try it on. Solidarity, Amazonis. Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Have a nice day. Sub, like, comment below. Subscribe. MDC. Cheer. Salam. Peace be upon you.